This is the Kortada, a knife designed by the great Doug Marcaida and made by Fox Knives in Italy and then marketed or distributed by RussianBlades.com. I won this in a silent auction at the Texas Custom Knife Show, where I had an opportunity to actually, I don't want to say spar, do Kali drills and such, and free flow with Doug Marcaida in front of a little crowd. It was very fun and very gratifying. And there were three other gentlemen doing the same with me. Doug was calling it a Kali jam, like musicians get together and jam. It was 4 Kali martial artists, or 5, I guess, getting together and jamming. It was very cool, very fun. But anyway, this is a knife I've wanted ever since it came out. It was limited to 500 pieces, this, and then a smaller version of this. And it was just expensive and kind of unavailable when it came out, and it kind of flew by the wayside for me. But then I saw and met Doug Marcaida at this knife show, and there was a silent auction to benefit Operation Red Wings for veterans, and this was one of the things in there, and I won it, and I'm so happy. As you can see, it is very Ginunting-like. This is the Ginunting. This is a traditional Southern Philippine sword. You can see it's a Filipino sword. It's sharpened on the inside here. There's a little bit of a sharpened swedge up here, and it's just a nasty sickle-shaped cutter, and used by the Special Marines down there in the Southern Philippines. And Doug has done a lot of training with them, and he also just wanted to design a knife that had a lot of these qualities, like that sort of forward-reaching sickle-shaped blade, but smaller and optimized for modern carry and use. And this is it. So this, he made some of the, I'll tell you about the knife. He explained these things to me. First, in terms of the profile, he wanted to make it a little more stab friendly than a Ginunting, which is more of a drop point to that sickle instead of an acute point. So he designed the blade here to be much easier on a thrust to penetrate with that diamond point there. Where that swedge comes in, it makes a diamond-like point, like a dagger. And also, he was saying some people can sharpen that swedge, which would make this even nastier. I would love to do that. However, I will not mess with this. So yeah. And then here, there's this jimping here that you can use your thumb on, or you can use it. It's pretty sharp, and you can use it to trap your opponent's limb between your arm and your blade for control. I see that working better on the smaller version of this, but there you go. So this being from Fox Knives, first of all, it's just beautifully made. I suspect it's N690 CO. That's a blade steel they use all the time. Great steel, very, very, gets very sharp, and a keen edge, polishes up nicely. So the wood handle here, first of all, is extremely comfortable. It reminds me a bit of like a Jason Knight handle, Jason Knight kukri handle. Very, very comfortable. This down here really allows you to extend and chop and have a comfortable control here. This, of course, is just very ergonomic and traps the hand in there. I am not tempted to put my thumb up there, actually. To me, this is more sword-like, but I could see how with the small blade you'd want to do that. So the handle itself, this is based on a tattoo he wears, a traditional Filipino tattoo. That's where he was born and raised. Doug Marcaida. So this represents the island nation he's from. These are arrow or spearheads representing the warrior class, and then these are the male and the female triangle. Male triangle here, those lines represent his sons, and then these are the women in his family. And I would add that Filipino martial arts has female and male triangular footwork patterns. So not that that has to do with why that's there, but I think it's a cool coincidence. This one really feels good to swing around and manipulate and to do drills with. You got to be careful when you do that. You got to kind of get used to those kind of motions with something that's not sharp. That's what I recommend. But if you're used to doing that kind of thing, this feels really awesome for it. Obviously, it was made for that kind of, well, Filipino drilling and angles and stuff. Here's the box it came in. Kortada. There's Doug Marcaida. It will Keal, K-E-A-L. That when he first started saying it will kill, it will Keal, he was all excited and his sort of Filipino accent came out, and the producers kept wanting him to say Keal, and he was so he rebranded it K-E-A-L for Keep Everyone Alive. He didn't want to be too bloodthirsty in his messaging, and I thought that was pretty cool. Keep everyone alive. This comes with a nice leather sheath with a retention strap that it really doesn't need. It's got a nice snug fit, but love that. Let me show this with some blades. Common tactical knives. Here it is with the taipan, which is a pretty big knife. So it's about the same size as the taipan. And the Prather War Buoy. Bigger than that. And how about with the K-bar? So a little bit bigger than a K-bar. So I realize these are not available, so this is more of a show and tell type video, but if you can find this on the secondary market or reach out to Russian Blades and see if they're doing another run of these, if you're very interested, I do highly recommend you look for it. Also, if you like a small Ginunting style knife, you could check out the Hagibis. I'm not sure if they're in stock right now. The Hagibis at the traditional Filipino weapons is also a very cool small Ginunting type knife. Alrighty, thanks for watching this video on the Doug Marcaida Fox-made Russian Blades distributed Kortada.